Welcome back to another episode of 7 Days to Die Basic Tutorial with Bobo the Vet. Today, well, we're going to go ahead and build the shovel like I had mentioned in the previous episode. We'll just do a simple stone shovel because that's basically all we can do. And the idea behind this is allowing us to go out and get some clay. Oh, it actually made a pour as opposed to a faulty, so that's not bad. And you see that can also be repaired with small stones. We just need, what is it? Let's see. Mold. Cement mold. Iron ingot mold is what we need. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. Eventually we'll need a cement mold, which is 8, so it's at 13. And some point down the line we'll need all of these molds. So we'll try and get at least 5 clay, and if we can get more, that'd be even better. So we have over here somewhere in our hills, there was a big kind of clay deposit over here, I think it was, in the cliffs. So we'll go try and hit that. Hopefully we don't get too much resistance. Oh, there's already some. Let's head over in this general direction. I think I saw it in these cliffs over here. It's hard to see in this early morning light, though. There's some right there. And hopefully we won't have a lot of zombies bugging us. So let's get to it. Just a left click like other tools. And I just hold down E so I can grab it as soon as I get it. And should have got some there. Yep, there it is, clay. So we'll leave. We'll get quite a few of these. We'll get at least 5, but we're going for more than that if possible. Now, if you dig at the bottom, clay and things like this will fall, so it's best to dig the top layers first and then come down, you know, dig down and let my guy rest a little bit. Let him rest a little more. This is one over here. Oh, there's lots of clay here. There's the zombie there. I don't have any right here, so we should be okay for now. Now, metal shovel goes through this quicker, and also I haven't noted, but the quality of the weapon determines, or the tool or weapon determines how many times you have to do the action to get something out of the ground. So if I had a faulty metal shovel, it would still take almost as long as this stone shovel's taken. But if I had, like, on the opposite end, that a flawless metal shovel, it would probably do it in 1, at the most 2 hits. I would get the clay. And this is taking what, I don't know, 6, 7 hits. So I got 6 now, so I do have enough now to make the metal mold. But since it's early morning and we got a little time, and that zombie's kind of staying at bay, I'm gonna go ahead and get a little more clay while I'm here. Just so I have it available. Okay, we'll take another rest. See, you can tell when you're hitting something that's not clay, that's rock. Still undetected. Actually, I guess clay kind of stays stuck up even if you dig under it. It's really the gravel you gotta watch out for. When you're digging gravel, it has kind of gravity, so if you find a big tall column of gravel and you dig the bottom of that column, all of the rest of it will fall on your head. And the worst part is you lose the gravel, because the gravel, this is probably not the best idea I've ever had, but I'm gonna try it. Man, stamina. Get at least 13, so I have enough for the cement mold when I want to make it. You can also use the clay to make bricks, which are nowhere near as strong as concrete, but they are quite a bit easier to make. Once you get a good shovel, I can mine through all of this clay and make a bunch of bricks with it. And I'm pretty sure the bricks are stronger than wood. But so far in my limited play, I've found that it's better to just try and work on getting concrete set up and make a concrete bunker. And that's what we're all working towards. Well, so at least what I'm working towards in this tutorial is to the point where you can start making concrete blocks and constructing a bunker, which is basically impenetrable to zomberts. I hear you. I hear you. Got 14 though, that's good for now. Let's be right on the other side of this hill. I'm just holding down E as I dig, and it just immediately picks it up. But I'll for this one, I'll not hold down E, and you'll see what the lump of clay looks like on the ground. Dig, dig, dig. Okay, there's your lump of clay, that little shape there, and you just hit E and pick it up. But I previously was holding down E as I dig, so I'm holding down E again. So as soon as I dig, I'll pick up the clay. See? It's gone. Got it. Alright. Alright. That's enough. I came here to get enough clay to make an iron mold so I could make a crossbow. And that is what I'm gonna do. Pick up this rock too. I wish there were more nests around here for feathers, though. I'll tell you what, Bubby. There probably are, and I'm just missing like half of them because they blend in with this terrain. That's one I know I've checked it like 8 times, yeah. They're much easier to spot on the green grass of the more fertile area. This is like a burned out area. Now you'll see places like this, biomes that have nothing but this. I think they're called like burnt woods or something like that. And there's area where there's lots of these embers and you run through it and you actually catch on fire. So that's just FYI, in case you happen to be running through an area you haven't seen me play in yet and it has that kind of those burnt embers on the ground. Be careful. Is my thing still cooking up here? Yeah, I'm gonna have to hunt for some food soon. Where did I put it? Did I put a lot of wood planks in there? Okay, we have lots of goldenrod tea now. All water grain alcohol. Okay, let's put some of this stuff in the chest for now. Empty jar. That. We're gonna pop one of these antibiotics. And the antibiotic, what it does is, here, you hover over stuff, they'll tell you. It does, if you get infected, sometimes the zombie will hit you and it'll say, you've been infected, and you need to take an antibiotic in order to remove the infection. But it also ups your wellness by 1, or actually it ups your once you take an antibiotic, it lasts for 24 hours, and over that 24 hours, every hour or 2 hours or so, it ups your wellness. And that wellness, the higher your wellness is, as we talked about before, the higher your stamina and the higher your available health are going to be. So it's a good thing to try and work on getting your wellness up. See, so you see now I have this buff, and duration 1 game days, time left 23.9 game hours. You are immune to further infection. So while I have that on, I can't be infected. Number 1. Number 2, you'll see my wellness go up periodically as we're doing stuff. You'll see my wellness just randomly kind of go up. Okay, I'm gonna take another painkiller as well to get my health back up, and we're gonna drink a little bit. See, the painkillers make you thirsty. See, now my health and stamina cap increased to 92 because I had the goldenrod tea. Not because of it alone, but like I've said before, your wellness can go up by fractions of a point. So like the goldenrod is 0.2. So if you drink enough of that, then you get it raises by 1, and other things you do might raise it by a fraction of a point here and there, and so all together they add up to giving you more wellness. And then that drink of that goldenrod only gave me 0.2 more wellness, but that means I was 0.8 or higher to getting to the next wellness point. In this case it was 92, right? Always check it in your character sheet. Yeah, 92. So I was at 91.8 or higher, and I drank that goldenrod tea, and it made it 92. I can put 2 of those in there. I'll just drink that when I need to next. Now what are we doing? We're making a crossbow. What am I, crazy? Alright, first thing we need to make a crossbow is going to be a iron ingot mold in here. And the way we make an iron ingot mold, like I showed you, was with clay. And the way you make clay, so the mold iron ingot mold needs clay, lump of clay. So how do I get that? You just type in clay and you see lump of clay, and it takes clay, which we have when we were over there digging. So you take your clay and you put 1 clay in, it's going to give us 9 lumps of clay. So this amount of clay that I got is going to be enough for all of the molds that I'd have. And I'm going to actually go ahead and turn these all into lumps of clay right now, because I'm not going to be making bricks or anything right at this moment. So, and it's not like clay isn't everywhere in the map. If you have a problem finding clay, you're doing something wrong. The clay is easy to find. At first I thought it was hard, and then once I knew exactly what it looked like, and hopefully me just showing you what that, you look for that red soil, just look for cliffs and look for that red soil in the cliffs, and you'll have clay for days. So this is about finished. 10 more seconds, and then we'll be able to make the iron ingot mold, and then we'll need some iron to feed the furnace to turn into iron ingots, which we have a little bit of here, and we'll talk about the mechanics of how that works in a little bit. Let's first make this mold. LOL. Now see, all this stuff turns, when you have the materials on you to make a thing, it turns this brighter yellow. When you don't have the materials, it's light yellow. So I have the clay for this, but I don't have a glass pane. And so, yeah, yes, you can make glass. You can mold glass, too. I've never done that, but it's possible. And you can make nails. And you can make jars. Okay, you need a jar with a mold like that, and you can make jars. Cement we are going to be making at some point, and you just feed rocks into this mold in the forge, and you get cement paste out, or cement powder out. And brass, you feed it brass, and you get a brass ingot. Tungsten, which I've never run across. I don't know anything about that or how even to make that. I'll have to look that up. Lead is good for, bullet tips and things like that. Tungsten may be used in some of the weapon parts, I'm guessing. And the iron ingot mold, the thing we're really after. You see, it's yellow now, and we've gone over this before, but once you've made it the first time, it goes green, and that means you can just click on it and make it again. Now, with molds, that's not really necessary. You just need the one mold. Level up. Level 8. So I got the one mold. You see it went green. I could click on this and it would fill it up again, but I don't need that. And you can shift click things out of the crafting table, but you can't shift click things out of your inventory into like another inventory, which is something I wish they would kind of fix. So at any rate, you take this iron ingot mold and you put it in there, and now the forge is set up to make iron ingots. So you have to feed it iron here and fuel over here. So scrap iron is iron, and we're going to add just one, so you see the amount there. One of these scrap irons gives you a value of 0.5 iron, okay? And to make one ingot, you need 3 iron. So these 5 aren't even going to get us 1 ingot. See, if we put them all in, we got 2.5. We need another 0.5 value of iron to get an ingot out. But we're going to go ahead and put that in and let it start cooking that for now. And then we'll find iron in other places. Almost any metal things can be melted down to... Did I not give that enough fuel? Almost any iron things can be melted down to create iron ingots. Most metal things, like these Duke's Casino tokens, you'll see these, each one of these, one of those gives you 0.3, so 3.3 of these gives you 1, well, you'll see. So 12 of them gives you enough for an iron ingot, but we were off by a half, so we're going to put 2 more in just for now. And 28 seconds we can get with sticks, like so. And see, sticks are well spent in the forge until you get your hands on coal. Because you can get a more precise usage out of the sticks. So now we have 1 iron ingot, and once this finishes, we should actually have 2 iron ingots. And I'll show you that procedure, how the iron ingot can get turned into forged steel, and how the forged steel becomes a short iron pipe. And then the short iron pipe, you saw how we made that into metal strips already. But we got 2 iron ingots now. So hit I. And if we put 1 iron ingot in, you get 4 forged iron out. So we're going to get those because that's part of the recipe for a crossbow. And just to show you, if you put 1 forged iron in, you get 3 short iron pipes out. We're not going to do that right now because we're going to use at least 2, well, we're only using 1 of these forged iron right now to make a crossbow. So what else do we need for a crossbow? We need sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sticks. And, leather strips. This is, remember me talking about, I need to be able to do leather tanning. I need to find that leather book. How do you make leather strips? Leather strips require leather. Okay, I don't have any of that. How do you make leather? And that's the thing. I could make all of, well, not the armors, but I could make a lot of these things before, except I couldn't make this leather. And this leather is opened up by reading that leather book that I found in the house, or wherever I found that leather book. And that requires just an animal hide. And 1 animal hide gives you 2 leathers. And we're going to turn all of these into leathers because As far as I know, animal hide has no other use besides becoming leather. So we're going to go ahead and turn it into leather. So we'll have it in case we want to make some armor after we make our crossbow. And once we have a crossbow, it'll be a little bit easier to hunt yummy things to eat and things that also give us leather. Crossbow. Oh yeah, we need the leather strips. Leather strips. Put a leather in there, and you get 5 leather strips out of 1 leather. And we only need 2, so we'll have extra leather strips. So now we have all the stuff to make a crossbow. Let's get the sticks. Whoops, missed. Let's get the sticks in there. And here's where that forged iron comes in. That's the front bit, like the bar in the front, I suppose. And then the leather strips here. I guess that represents the string or something like that. And craft. And we'll have now probably one of the better weapons in the game, really, because one, it doesn't make a lot of sound, so it doesn't alert attention, and if you hit zombies in the head with this sucker, you can take them down in 1 shot. That's if you hit them in the head. Now we want to make crossbow bolts, which I incidentally know is a feather. We'll need some more sticks. I mean, at least well, we'll do 15. Let's make all 17 of them. Craft. So, put a stick in the middle. Well, I'll show you the recipe. Crossbow bolt. Stick in the middle, small stone, and feather. And it matters that the stick's in the middle and it's in this association, because you can, if you put the stick here and the feather here and the stone here, you make arrows, which don't work in the crossbow. So, I'll show you that. Arrow is made up here. You can use a bone, but you can also use a stick for it, I believe. And yeah, you can definitely use a stick for it, because it's saying I can make this. Oh yeah, see, there's the stick recipe. Don't make this unless you have made a bow. If you made a crossbow, then you need to make a bolt. Okay? And you can type bolt or crossbow and you get it. So we're going to put all the sticks there, all the feathers there, and all the stones there, and we'll have 85 crossbow bolts to start off with. Now this is imperative why we need to pick up stone and why we need to pick up these feathers. The feathers are the hardest thing, because you basically only get those in the bird nests that you find laying on the ground. You do get them in random drops, like sometimes a zombie's carrying some feathers, or you see one in a trash bag or something like that. But 75 to 85% of the time you look in a nest, it's going to have some amount of feathers, and maybe a lesser percentage of that time it will have some amount of eggs. And as you saw, the eggs and feathers are good for overall survival, because the feathers you need to make your crossbow bolts. We're going over this now. I can't reiterate that enough. You need to look at every single nest and get those feathers. And the eggs, as we went over, as I showed you before, once you have a grill, you can make, and you have pork, raw pork, you can make bacon and eggs, which not only is a food item you can carry around with you that doesn't smell, it's a food item that gives you quite a bit of hunger back, it gives you health back, and it gives you 1 wellness point. And so it's a really good food to have around with you. The 2 things that give you more wellness, actually the only other thing that I know that gives you more wellness, is the venison stew, which 1 is hard to make, and 2 stinks when you carry it around on you. Speaking of wellness, I just went up to 94, so I'm getting closer back to my what my wellness was at the start of the game. So we're gonna drop off these lumps of clay, because we don't need to be carrying those around in our inventory. Drop off this bottle of water, because we got goldenrod tea for days. I'll mess with this SMG at a later date, which means we can put those bullets up there. I have some iron pipes and some metal strips. I'll bring the iron ingot with me just to be on the safe side. And let's see about our character's armor. So we're not really wearing much. We got 0 on head, eyes, face, hands, legs, and feet. So we could change that. We have leather now. We can actually make some leather armor. And let's type in leather. We don't have enough to make a full suit of armor, but we can make certain things. So we have, we don't need to make any couches. You can make couches. You can craft leather couches. The chest armor takes 6, 8 pieces, right? So that'd be almost all of our leather to make one chest armor. Leather hat takes 4 pieces. Couch arm. Leather boots takes 3, and gloves takes 2. So 3 to 5. 9. So I could make gloves, boots, and hat, but I wouldn't be able to make a chest armor. I thought you could make leather pant, well, leather leg armor. Oh, I don't have enough at all for that. That's well, it's 12. I need 1 more for that. Oh, I hear lots of zombies. That sounds like a lot of zombies. That's a lot of zombies passing by right now. I'm gonna just sit here in silence and have a drink and listen and see what happens. Oh yeah, that's a bit of a horde, and they don't sound happy. Please don't start beating in the house. Interesting. This seems to be passing by. Now, I'm not moving around doing anything because, like, opening chests and doing stuff in your house can actually make you sensed by a horde like this. Like, if I were to open this chest right now, that sound, they can hear it. And they would sense you. At least, that's what I've come to understand. It might not be the case during the day with a small few of them, but I'm not going to take the chance right now. Because I'm getting my wellness back up to 100 again. And I'd really, really, really like to not die. Especially not while I'm still living up here in this room. You know, I'd like to find a new town to live in, though, really. I still have yet to see also a cave shaft. You just get these random holes in the ground. You can walk down in the hole and you find all these extensive caves, and that's where you can do all the good mining at. It sounds like they're passing by. That did not alert them, but you can. Okay, well. It's a good chance to test the crossbow. You have to hit R to reload, to load it the first time. There you go. If you ever have that click, it means you gotta hit R to load it. And see, I'm in my squatted position, and I get that little dot on the eye. Oh, didn't get him though. A little bit. That got him. See, right click is what's allowing me to zoom in here, by the way. When I just press right click and hold it, that's how you zoom in. And so that was a little bit of the horde that went by. That's a long distance shot. Oh, and that's also just a stick I would have been shooting at. So that was like a little mini horde that just walked by and just kept on going to the next town. Let's, while we're out here though, see if we can find some bad guys to shoot at so we can get a little bit better with this gun. So you see something there, you squat, and you try and get this sucker on the head, and look where he's going. And see, one shot down. That, I didn't quite get his head, I got his neck. But that got his head. So that's how that's done. But what we really need to do is find more feathers, more rocks, and find something to eat out here too. Like a piggy or venison. And we saw one that was lingering over here. I don't know how long they stay in an area, or if they despawn, or how the non-aggressive mob mechanics work. There's one. Just get it right ahead of him. And wait till he gets to the dot and pull the trigger. So it's all about patience. Don't rush your shot. Make sure you're squatting. And watch how the head bobs and let it do its thing. Ooh, I accidentally actually pushed the left mouse button there. Don't know that I can get this one with the tree. There we go. See, it says sneak damage bonus 2 times. 2x. That's because I was, you know, squatting down in the sneak position. More rocks, more rocks. I want to find rocks and nests and food. That's gonna be basically what I do on this day. Ooh, there's no chance. Oh. Can't even see it when I'm crouched. Come here, bunny. You can, of course, cook rabbits too, but they're fast. See, that crossbow's not too shabby, huh? When you use it right, it's a pretty effective weapon. You don't always get headshots, but if you're far enough away, it almost never takes more than 2 shots to kill a zombie. Yeah, I'd like to find that venison. Yeah, that one had eggs and no feathers. That one had nothing. Oh, by the way, in case you hadn't figured it out already, spacebar is jump. I didn't specifically mention that, but that's the case in so many games. I figure it's not something that really has to be said necessarily. But I just said it anyways. Oh, hey. Where we going? Oh, just fell down the hill. Let's see if you have any good drugs. Oh no, you're a cheerleader. You definitely don't. Well, you could have something. Never mind. So yeah, this is not necessarily the most fun thing, just gathering resources. I gotta keep an eye out for a little mine shaft hole too, a cave hole, because oh, this rabbit is gonna die possibly if it would stay just. You know what? This might be easier this way. Sometimes rabbits and animals get glitched out. Oh, I unglitched it. Damn. Oh, jeez, I thought that was a zombie right there for a second. Yeah, you'll see that sometimes an animal just gets glitched out on a... Usually they're on tree branches like that. We'll see that happen. Pick it up. Kind of good on rocks. I really wish there were more nests. I'm just gonna have to venture to the green area, and I have, like I said, I haven't found any of those holes to mine in yet either. That's the best way to find iron and the potassium nitrate. There's some feathers. Like this is all rock and dirt, so you have to go down deeper usually to find the really good stuff. And by really good stuff, I mostly just mean iron. But this is just basically going to be me running around out here looking for rocks and nests, and you've seen what that looks like. If anything interesting happens, I'll start recording again. Also, of course, you pick up goldenrod as you go too. You want to just keep a good gold. You can turn this goldenrod into seed and plant it as well. So yeah, that's all I'm going to be doing. Picking up rocks, goldenrod, looking for nests until it gets night. So the next, hey, back to Wellness. Next recording will be once I've hit night. So it'll kind of abruptly go from day to night here. Let's see if we can get this long distance shot before we go. I doubt it. Or I can, because I'm... Oop, jeez, I didn't mean to just waste that bolt. Dr. Headshot Bob. Alright, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.